Now I'm going to show you one of the best antipasti dishes that Italians ever created, and it's called bruschetta. Now the first lesson is very simple, it's the way you pronounce it. It's not bruschetta, but it's bruschetta. What you want to put the accent on is the sk, bruschetta. And bruschetta is very simply toasted bread, rubbed with a little bit of garlic, with plum tomato, basil, extra virgin olive oil, and it's as simple as that. And I love this recipe because whenever you find yourself a house full of people and you want to prepare something that is quick, colorful, plenty of flavor, well, a classic bruschetta is the recipe to do. Now, how do we start? Is with ciabatta bread. Very simply, what you want to do, get yourself a bread knife, and when you slice the ciabatta bread, you must make sure that you slice it diagonally, so then you have more space to put your tomatoes on top. Okay, so the ciabatta is done, and the only thing you want to do, just get a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and drizzle on both sides. And the reason why we do that is because then when we put the bread into the griddle pan, what's going to happen? All the outside is going to be nice and crispy, and the inside stays nice and soft. So rub the oil in there, then make sure that you got a very hot griddle pan and just put it on top, about 1.5 minutes on each side. Do not overcook it. Just put a little bit of pressure with your hands and leave it there. And by the time that the bread is done, just put your tomatoes together. Now, for the tomatoes, what I'm choosing here is little plum tomato on the vine. You can use this one, or if you want to, you can use the cherry tomato, but make sure whenever you buy tomatoes that you actually smell them. The tomato, they need to smell of tomato, and that you know that you are on a great ingredients. So what you want to do, just get your tomato and cut them in quarter. Don't chop them too fine because otherwise they get all mushy and you lose the texture. So just cut them in quarters. So once your tomatoes are ready, just put them into a large bowl and season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Of course, always keep an eye on the ciabatta bread and make sure that you don't overdo it. Ah, like this. Look at that, beautiful and colored. It's getting all nice and crispy. That's just the way I like it. Now with the tomato, we got salt and pepper in there. We quarter the tomato. We just want to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just mix everything up. And then we're going to add a little bit of basil. Just pick some fresh basil leaf. The last thing that you want to do is really to use those dry basil in a jar. You're really going to ruin your bruschetta. So fresh basil leaf that you really get the freshness, just tear them and put them into the tomato, just like this. You know, although this is a classic one, you can really make your own. And if you don't want to put a fresh basil, you can put a fresh mint. If you don't want to put a garlic, you can put a little bit of pieces of red onion in there. You can put a bit of feta cheese, sliced mozzarella. You can really do whatever you want. And one of the tips I can give you at this stage, if you leave it there to marinate for a good 10-15 minutes, you really get the best flavor out of the tomato and the basil. So the tomatoes are ready, and my bread looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this one. Beautiful, crispy on top. Then get a clove of garlic, and the only thing that you want it to do is very simply and gently, you want to rub the garlic onto the bread. And believe you me, guys, once you create this original garlic bread, if you have a barbecue or once your friends come around, they're going to taste it and they're going to really, really be surprised. This is fantastic. Then the only thing that you got to do, get yourself a serving plate. Just pick up the tomato and put them on top of the bread. What you want to achieve is to have the warm bread on the bottom, crunchy with the garlic, and the nice cool tomatoes on top. That's it, my bruschetta ready. The last thing you want to do, just a little tiny drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Guys, this is what Italian food is all about. Minimum effort, maximum satisfaction.